Oh, there we are. We're online. Okay. So, today I had an idea for a game concept, so I thought I might have a play and see if it's useful, if it's fun. Last stream I wrote a whole game in about an hour. And called it Road. And to be fair, it's not great. So, anyway, it was kind of fun to get something going. It found a lot of problems with the engine. So I've spent a bit of time ironing out some issues. So I think we might scrap that. It was a useful exercise, but it's also not very good. So I think what I'll do, this is the thing I wrote yesterday, which is not very big, so I think I might just cannibalize this for the new game, the new concept. Yeah, so I've stripped the engine down a little here as well. So you have an init function, you have a dinit function, and you have an update function. We have some built-in functions to get stuff, so we're not creating stuff ourselves, we're asking the engine for things, and then the engine does all the allocation, deallocation. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So the only thing we're worried about here is we're maintaining a list of our roadside pieces, and then we were hit testing them with the bottom of the screen just to delete them. So the roadside pieces themselves are deleted by the engine, but the only thing we need to do at the end of the game is to clear the list so that when we come back in, you know, there's nothing left over. So, you know, this is purely for local housekeeping now. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna keep my player at the bottom of the screen. Move these things. That. Let's remove all that junk. That's just housekeeping. So these are our game objects. We don't need to do any of that anymore. I'm going to keep the left right. So key down left and right. So this moves the player left and right. Remove the road stuff. There's a road timer there that can go. And then escape quitting the game. So what we should have there is a fairly basic, there we go, move the player left and right sort of thing. So I'm going to make him wider and I'm going to make him move faster to start with. So what are the arguments to this? It's the starting position, that's the width there. So we'll make him 150 deep. And movement speed is currently 5. Let's just define that up here. Let's try 10. Stick it in there. So right mouse button, we go I mean, to be fair. Oh yeah, we set the speed to 0. So right mouse button, move speed 90 degrees. Left mouse button, move speed 270 degrees. Neither. Stop. Okay, that's kind of the thing I'm looking for. So, what I'm going to try and do, I want to create some, I think I'll use circles. I'll have like balls rolling across the screen. So let's see if we can get a ball going from left to right to start with. So we can just do that in here. So we'll create one in it. We'll just do a new moving circle. We want to start him on the left of the screen, about halfway up. Radius, I don't know, about 30 maybe. Speed going across. A bit slower than the player, I think. Player was going at 10, so I'll give it 5. And then we're going 90 degrees. Pick a colour, make it red. Okay, so theoretically we should see a red circle, there we go, travelling across from left to right, fair enough. Okay, that's cool. So I want a few of those and of different colours, so I'm going to borrow my colours array from the colours game. Stick that in there. So these are just primary colours. So yeah, so what I want to do is I want to create a big line of these. How wide is my screen? Screen I think is 1920 by default. Let's write that down. That's my virtual screen width. That's the one the program deals with, and the engine takes care of scaling that up and down. So 1920. I might have to change that because I need something that yeah, I need something a little easier to divide by. Let's have a okay, and then in our constructor we can do an SS2D set screen size. Okay, so we're dealing with slightly different aspect now. Oops. What did I do there? I managed to delete that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe something like that. So that circle was moving at, what was it, 5? Moving a little quickly. Leave it at 5. I want another one. Let's do it. I basically want to create... how many will go across the screen? These are 30 wide. Okay, 1,000 is probably not great. Let's make it... So 30 circles will span the screen. Make 30 of these. And I'm going to put them... I want them off to the left. So I want them all in a big row, but I want them to kind of slide across. I'll tell you what, let's have them across the screen to start with. So just I times 30 is the X position. Should give me a line right across. Ah, okay. 30 is the radius, not the diameter. So I'm going to make them smaller or make them smaller. Yeah, okay, so I've made them smaller, but it's still I times 30 with a diameter of 15. There we go, okay. They are a fair shift in those, so maybe a bit slower. Just slow them down a bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do down here is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit test all these against that side of the screen. And if I hit that side of the screen, I'm going to come round back to this side. So they're basically going to wrap around. Okay. So we need to just store a list of these. That one. No idea what this is. And there we do. Okay, so each one of those that we create will stick on the end of this list. And then down here we can iterate through this list. We can say if C will hit bounds. So if we're going to hit the edge of the screen, so what's the size of the screen? It's okay. And it'll be the right hand side, so returns. Move result. Then we want to move it back to the left. I'll just offset it by minus the screen size. Cool. So that was kind of the thing I was going for. Where's my player gone? Interesting. Oh, probably when I adjusted the screen size, he's now right off the bottom. The screen size is 900 by 900. Okay, so we want to be across. And not that low. So okay, a bit lower than that, but that's fine. Okay, that's cool. Color wise, let's randomize some colors. So we're gonna, instead of making them all red, that's the player, these are the balls. Random number. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So it'll give me a random number between 0 and 6. Okay, lovely. Yeah, okay, that's okay. I can tidy this up. Leaders. Okay, so concept is the player will have one of these babies to shoot with. Just we're going to put the player. 700 is too high, so we want to be right down at say 50. So let's do put this in the same sort of area. Radius, it's got to be the same as those. Speed doesn't have one. Direction, it doesn't have one. GB, it's going to be a random color. Okay, so we've now got a bullet. I need that to follow the player. So as we move the player here, let's just follow the player for now. So every frame it'll keep them synced up. Okay. Not quite what I had in mind. It should be here. So let's get the player's pause. Add on half of the player width. Magic numbers everywhere. 25. I think what I might do is I'll just set it back a bit as well. And I'm going to make the player a little thinner in the Y direction. So no, the player width is 100. Okay, let's say 100 by 30. So that's the width of the player. So that wants to be 50. And then back about 10. Okay, maybe not back about 10. No, not back at all. That's not great. It's okay. Get a bit of a lag. Need to look into that. Seems to be just dragging behind. No idea why. Come back to that. So, okay, so when the player presses fire, which I'm going to use a control key. Straight upwards, 0. Okay, so that's great. Only the next frame, this is going to drag it back to. It's going to drag it to the player. So we only want to do this if the player bullet isn't moving. So I can just use a get speed. So if the player bullet isn't moving, I'll track the player. Ooh. Lol. Same colours every time. No, it's not. Hey, used to go faster than that, I think. Yeah, that's more what we're looking for. Okay. So once the player bullet's moving, what does this do? This does. So it's in the man wrapping. Okay, so player bullet. So we want to see if the bullet has gone off the top. So if I just set the speed back to 0, Then this bit down here will then drag it back to the player. There we go. Let's go. Okay. Did it hit any of these? Okay, well, I think I'll back in there, so I'll just reset the bullet. Make sure that works. Yep. Okay, so what will happen? My initial idea was that C would fly off upwards at half the speed. And the bullet would sit in place of the piece we've just knocked out. Man, that music is annoying. Please don't. Okay. So I just kludge it into just kludge it in for now. So I put the bullet where the piece we hit was, and then we need to make it move. Speed 2, angle 90. Okay. And then we need to, what do I need to do then? Create another bullet. Where did we create the bullet? It's up here, wasn't it? So we want to do this again. Create another bullet, random colour. Doesn't matter where we put it because this is just going to drag it straight back to the player. If the speed is 0, which it is. Try that, who knows? Okay, well it took its place, but the yellow one doesn't appear to be moving. Okay. It's talking a bit James Bond. Okay, well, that should be moving upwards. What do we do? C. Set speed. Ah, okay. Yeah, we got the speed of the player after stopping the player. Good job. We want to be doing that in there. Move that piece first and then set up the player. The other thing I noticed was that the one that you've just fired goes off the end, and the reason that is because it's not in M circles. So I need to add it to the end of M circles. Woo! Okay, so I can kind of knock balls out of this wall. Okay, we need to do something different if it's not a direct hit. So I'm trying to hit that purple one. Oh, doesn't feel quite right, but it's kind of doing what it's supposed to. Maybe some kind of delay in there or a... Anyway. Okay. So... yeah. I'm going to stick some more in higher up. These are a bit closer. Okay, that's cool. Obviously the second ball doesn't knock the second wall yet because it's not the player bullet anymore. So we're going to have a list of I'll just call them bullets. Anything that's moving upwards becomes a bullet. Okay, so player bullet is following the player, which is that bit. As soon as you fire it, let's add it to our so as soon as you fire it, it gets added to this list of bullets. And then it's the list of bullets we want to do this to, so I'll B in. So the one you've knocked out will go at half the speed of the one that hit it. And then I guess we need to say if B equals the bullet, we need to create a new bullet. The other thing we need to do is the one that's now moving upwards, which is C. Gonna need to take B out of this. Because B now, it's not a bullet anymore, it's joined the circles and it's now moving sideways. So I need to take B out of here, which is a pain in the backside when you're actually trying to iterate through it. What I might do finished, we'll just go through and remove them from this. And we'll just find it. Oops. What's going on? So no, locked up for some reason. We got stuck in a loop. Probably because we're adding bullets to something that we're iterating through, so it's just add, jump, add, jump, add, jump, add, jump. That bit there. It's a list. Stick it on the front. I'll fix it. Or maybe it won't. Okay, I'm just going to have to break that, aren't I? Okay, so I hit something. How many bullets have we got? I've only got one bullet. That's the one we've just fired, so that's player bullet. So we've hit C, so we set C and we push C into the bullet list. Yep, so not one, yep. We then set our bullet into circles. Which it is. Create a new player bullet. I'm assuming we're going to get another hit. Yeah, we did. I need to do this a little in more steps. I need to go through the bullets and do them one at a time. So that's still going to lock up. Okay. Circle. Is that because we've just stuck something in circles? We've just changed the circles array, haven't we? Just comment that out. Interesting. That went so well. What happened? We're trying to be too clever. Okay. Let's just go back to when it was working. Yeah. Trying to be too clever there. So we have one bullet. Just there. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Quite happily knocks that out. Wow, how did that get up there? Let's just pull this out into a function. If I do that, I'm just going to do auto circle hit walls. Spelling. If we actually hit something, then do. All that. Okay, that should just be exactly the same as it was. Apart from it's broken. What happened? There's a C in there that I missed. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so still, yep. Okay, so we're still hitting the first wall, but not the second. Cool. So, back to plan A, which was there's more than one bullet going on here. So we are going to have to keep a list of them. And we're going to have to be too obscure. Where the bullet? We need to add it. Okay, does that still work? Ooh, that was cute. Got no idea why that happened. It's because we've... Yeah, we need to remove it from the bullet, don't we? Because it's no longer a bullet. So we have to remove bullets from this list whilst traversing it. You can't do it if you do one of those. You've got to do a iterator. It's there. I've just created it. Brackets. Yep. So if there's no circle, we can just go on to the next one. But if we have hit something, we need to remove that from this list. So it's not erase. And that will remove it from the list, but still move us on to the next one. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, yes, so if it's the player bullet, we need to create another one. I've written this code twice, you see, and this, I can't remember what I've done or what I haven't. So let's create another one of those. No. Nope. Okay, so I hit that one then goes off vertically. We enter the line of circles. We then become a circle. The bullet gets erased from the bullets because it's not a bullet anymore. And create a bullet. I don't know. Okay, so white hits green and green just went straight through. Just not hitting that back row. Strange. No, did we add it to the bullets? Did we add it to M bullets? We did not. So we're supposed to... We don't add it to the bullets, it's not going to check. Just no. We're taking this out of circles. I don't think we have. Okay, 10 circles, that's a list. So I need to remove this. Doesn't have a find, does it? No. I've got to search for it. Okay, what are we looking for? Circle hit. Found it. Remove it. Okay. Wow. Who'd have thought? Simple game gets into some horrendous list management. Nope, still not working, is it? What's going on there? That's the weirdest thing. Gonna have to run it through. That's tedious. Bonk. Right, okay, so we've hit this one, which is a circle, and it's going direction. Okay. So bullets has got 1 in it, so that's the player bullet. Bullets has now got 2 things in it, the player bullet and the ball we've just knocked out. Should be going half the speed, it's going at 20. Whereas this 0-1 is going at 10. Okay, we pushed it to the front. Yeah, okay, so that's the ball we've just knocked out, and that's the player bullet. The circles array has got 60 circles in it, which is reasonable, 30 for each row. We've erased the one we've just knocked out, so there's now only 59 of them. Put the bullet back into circles, so we're back to 60. Remove the bullet from the bullets array. Did we remove the right one? Okay, we're left with one going at half speed, so yes we did. Do we need to spawn a new player bullet? Yes, we do. And we're done. So what happens? So that's fine. That frame worked fine. Resets the bullet back to there. So it must do something on the next frame. Next frame. We've hit something. The bullet. Okay, so the new bullet has just hit something. Well, it kind of would because it's still in the middle of the line where it was. Okay, so yeah, I get it. Okay, so when we hit it, let's force it out of the line. So the one we hit is this one. So let's offset its position. Same X position, so we want to bring it back by at least a ball diameter, which is, I think it's 30. To stop it hitting anything else. Oh god. No, minus 30. It needs to go upwards, not downwards. Ooh. Take it completely out, just make sure it's not hitting anything and causing funny effects. Both. It's definitely doing something to the second row, but so we offset it minus 30 straight up. Yep. We remove it from the circles array, so that's fine. And then the bullet, we should stop. The bullet stops. Okay, we've put the bullet. The bullet has followed. Okay, let's move the circle hit up at the bottom. I'll tell you what we could do. That make more sense. We can say so it's going to jump into its place. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so we're knocking blue knocks green, green knocks white. That's cool. And it crashes. Okay. Crikey. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to leave it there, but there's something there. There's definitely something there. Could do something with that. As a mechanic, could make it feel a bit more. A bit more real. Yeah, I think we could do something with that. Anyway, gotta go. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.